Because of the blustery conditions, they're not doing plane drops, instead using helicopters, which can drop the water lower. At this point, though, the fire is 0% contained. Back to you, Jeff.
Rachel, thank you very much.
The foundations are in and the wood just arrived this morning. I'm standing on a plow that's probably about 16, 17 feet high. They're running out of places to put it, and it's fun, you know, when you're playing in it, right? I missed you on purpose, Albert, but it's no fun if you have to work in it. So the lounge is in there. Look at how close they are to these residential homes. And then come with me over here. Look how close they are to this daycare facility right here. This is kind of a fluid situation. When we got here about 2 hours ago, they were bagging sand right here for the public. Now they're bagging sand that's going to be moved over along soft spot. Look at the force behind me. You can just see how that wind whipped through here and flattened it. We are actually standing sadly on someone's home. Look at the devastation. This is one of those 6,700 structures that is gone. Whiteout conditions, road closures, it's just going to be a mess. So you might want to wait it out. But if you're already up here, just lay back and relax.
Nice. Perfect. Best live snow angel ever.
That's right. If you are able to get a contractor, maybe some heavy equipment like this onto your property, consider yourself lucky. So many people hustling today and into tonight to clean up and make repairs on their property. Tree crews worked into the night in Fairfield with extra manpower, taking down the top of a pine tree toppled by Sunday's high winds.
All we're doing is just bringing down the top and then come back on the weekend to finish the cleanup.
The trees were at the back of John Hudson's property.
It was the loudest cracking noise you've ever heard.
What fell measured nearly the length of his lot, taking out a fence, another tree, and nearly their neighbor's home. He felt lucky to get crews in so quickly to do the emergency work. Linda Lowenstein, west of Davis, hasn't been so lucky.
So it looks like a gust came in and was just enough force to just pop the whole roof off.
She's been on the phone all day trying to get estimates from contractors. Fortunately, her 22-year-old warm blood scrambled to safety inside the stable.
Oh, he was absolutely terrified. I couldn't even get a halter on him. I just had to open his inside door and let him run out.
There's no more to run through at the Cool Patch Pumpkin Corn Maze in Dixon. High winds flattened the world-famous attraction, closing it down for the season.
It's no fun. What is it to you? You know, where you can see where you're going, you might as well walk around your backyard. I'm just happy that it didn't happen a couple of weeks ago.
Back in Fairfield, Hodson held his son tightly, thankful nobody was injured, but knowing he isn't done calling contractors just yet.
There's a lot of contractors that are going to be visiting us in the next couple of days.
Back out here live at the corn maze just to show you how much force that wind had. I'm about 6 feet tall. This is the corn. It's about 9, 10, maybe 11 feet tall, and that's why it's a great maze, because you can't see through it if it's really thick. Look at the force behind me. You can just see how that wind whipped through here and flattened it right here. So again, this area, the pumpkin patch, still open, but the maze no longer open. And, you know, people bracing for more wind, like Dave said. Brian Pierce drove himself to this Loomis fire station, enlisting the help of his 8-year-old daughter. It was a night he says was filled with many miracles.
When God calls you home, it's time. But in this scenario, it wasn't.
Brian Pierce is a spiritual man who says a higher power was watching over him the night he was gunned down on a country road in Penryn.
I'd say there was lots of miracles that led up to it lining up perfectly.
Pierce, the owner of a Loomis solar company, had picked up his 8-year-old daughter from basketball practice. Little did he know she would soon be his guardian angel on their way home.
She really did a great job.
He had stopped to let an oncoming truck hauling a trailer pass when his window suddenly was blown out.
Stopped and looked in the mirror, like the visor mirror, because of the light and stuff, and I could see blood just pumping out from about an 1.5-inch hole.
Pierce asked his daughter to compress the wound.
Like, I'll be okay, I'm hurt, but I'll be okay. I need you to hold this here and put pressure on it.
He focused on his wife and 6 children as he raced to the Loomis fire station and pulled up frantically honking.
I really felt bad because I wasn't trying to be a jerk to them. I was just trying not to die.
Paramedics rushed him to Sutter Roseville, where he would later learn a 93-year-old Penryn woman named Mary Tosti was shot and killed during the spree, and that the gunman was dead, killed by police during a gun battle.
All the doctors have said I was extremely blessed or extremely lucky, that, you know, I shouldn't be walking out of here today like this.
That bullet actually hit his collarbone dead on, saving his life. Now, he does have a shattered bone, his arm's in a sling, as you can see, but he's expected to recover. Again, he is a spiritual man, and so is his wife, and they are praying for everybody involved, including the shooter's mother.
Yeah, you can sense his strong faith.
She's a great lady. She was actually driving along this road right here behind me when she saw what she thought was trash. Turns out it was this kind of treasure.
So I was doing what I would hope someone would do for me.
Jill James was taking a detour Wednesday afternoon to avoid road construction when she saw what appeared to be trash on Old Airport Road.
So I got out looking around like thinking I was like being punked or something.
There on the ground were hundreds of bills, 100s, 20s, and 10s.
There was a little bit of wind, and so I was literally grabbing, papers off the ground and just trying to hold on to them. I had so many in my hands, I couldn't fit them all in my hands.
James collected the money with the help of another woman who had stopped. In all, there was more than $14,000 cash.
I was like, I'm going to take this right to Auburn PD because this looks like someone's life savings.
The Placer County Sheriff's Office had received a report of missing currency, and we were aware of their call, and obviously were able to put two and two together.
A businessman had reportedly placed the cash in a box on his tire and then drove off.
He was able to describe how he had it contained and what his path was and where he likely lost it.
Police say this kind of thing happens more often than you think, just not usually $14,000 cash. Jill's story has made its way to social media, where she's become quite a big deal, according to her 4 daughters. All in a day's work, she says.
People would out there do the right thing because really it's all about karma. I mean, good karma takes you a long way.
Back out here live, Dave and we decided to take a real long walk. We just wanted to make sure that all the money was found, right? We just wanted to do the right thing. We didn't find anything.
And of course, you'd have turned it in if you'd found something, right?
This is my money. That's why it's small bills and only $20. Yeah.